Right in here and have a seat right here.
We're going to use
This
this
is
one?
in this room.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Seat right there.
Seat. Okay.
Okay, and remember the rules in this room is no sudden movements or jerking around. If you need to stand up or something, just let us know, and then we'll see about it, okay?
Okay.
Sure, let me see your wrist real quick.
Sure.
Are you okay back here?
It's a little uncomfortable, but I mean, yeah, that'll be
Nothing
okay.
or anything like that?
No.
All right, just relax.
Yep.
Right, what's your name?
David.
David, my name is Leslie Floyd. I'm an investigator with the State Attorney's Office. And I'm here in Flagler Beach, here at the Flagler Beach Police Department, assisting them with their investigation. First thing we're going to do is I got to talk to you about a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know that you've been arrested
Yeah.
and that you've been transported
And I deserve it.
here to the police department. Okay. Well, the first thing, have you ever been arrested before?
No.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I want to do is I want to explain what your rights are to you, okay? And what I'm going to read this to you and then ask if you understand and explain anything that I can explain to you. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him with you now or at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking or to have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. What this is saying is that I want to speak with you and another investigator wants to speak with you. You can say, no, I don't want to talk to you, I want an attorney, and then we wouldn't talk to you. Or you can say, okay, that we can talk to you, but if at any time during the interview you decide that you want it stopped, then it would be stopped. Do you understand?
I understand.
With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, what I'm going to do first is just get a little bit of information from you for some paperwork. And make sure that I've got the right one. Okay. What's your last name?
Demers. D-E-M-E-R-S.
And your first name?
David.
What's your middle name, David?
Paul.
Do you go by any other names or have any nicknames or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. What's your date of birth?
January 22nd, 1975.
How old are you?
31.
Is your driver's license through the state of Florida?
No.
What's it through?
New Hampshire. I can give you the number if you need it. Just
Do you
wait.
have it with you?
My wallet was in the car.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the number and then I can double check it
Yep.
later.
01 DSD 75221.
Do you have any idea what year it expires?
No, not
No,
right off
okay,
the
I
top of
can
my
check
head.
that. What's your social security? What's your height and your weight?
5'11", 210.
You clear your eyes?
I guess primarily brown,
Brown.
hazel.
Where were you born, David?
Where?
Uh-huh.
In New Hampshire.
What city?
Manchester. And if I do kind of move a little bit, it's just because of the cuff.
No, I do. I understand that they're pretty,
And my watch is kind of, but
okay. Do you have any tattoos? Do you have any major scars, marks, anything like that?
I have a scar on my right pinky finger.
Is it a small scar?
It's the entire top of the pinky, so it's significant enough, I guess.
Okay. Scar on your right, a little finger?
Yeah.
Pinky finger? What's your address? What city?
Orlando.
How long have you lived in Orlando?
I moved here in July.
In July? From New Hampshire?
Sort of, yeah.
What's the zip code?
32807.
And your phone number there?
I have a cell phone number.
And what's your work address? First, what's the name of the place?
I'm not going to be at work tomorrow, am I?
What's the address? Park.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's okay. I'll change that later. I don't have that right out in here. And what do you do there?
I'm a lab instructor.
A lab instructor?
Yes.
How old are the students that you teach?
Between 18 and 24.
Okay, so they're all adults.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have, is your address here the same as your mailing address?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Make sure we have everything. Do you know what the phone number?
Off the top of my head right now, no. It's on
Okay.
my cell phone, which is also in the car.
That's all right. All right, who do you live with at Bouquet Court?
His name is...
Are there any children that live there in the home?
It's just... and I.
Okay. Okay, I wanted to make sure I put the right one. I thought I did.
David, I'm Liz Williams, and I'm a detective with the Flagler Beach Police Department. And I'm sorry to come in after you guys have already started talking.
No need to apologize.
So what's going on tonight?
I'm being arrested for intention, I suppose. Or I don't know what the full title is, but intention to have sexual relations with a minor.
Okay. And where are you from?
Where do I live right now? Or, Orlando.
In Orlando. Did you drive from Orlando tonight?
That is correct.
Okay. And you came to have relations with a 14-year-old girl here in Flagler Beach?
Potentially.
And how did you meet her?
Online.
Okay. Well, I kind of had an idea of that. To be honest with you, I'm getting a little bit of mixed information, so I wanted to be able to give you the opportunity to let us know what's going on.
Okay.
So I understand that you've already had and spoken to somebody about this.
Well, it seems it was some sort of production on, online chatting and this sort of thing, and that's at least what they explained to me with the cameras and the microphones and that sort of thing. And so, at this point, I believe that who I was talking to was not really anybody.
Okay. You live in Orlando, but you're not from Orlando.
No.
And are you married?
No.
Do you have any children?
No.
No. Who do you live with?
A roommate. His name is. He
He's
just
19 or 20. No,
he
he's
just
19.
recently moved in, like 3 months ago.
Okay. And I want you to know that both of us are here to help you, because it's my understanding that you really want to try to get some help.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. I think it takes a very big person to recognize when they have a problem and to get help for that. And are you going to a doctor to try to get some help for any kind of sexual problems that you have right now?
No, I don't. I mean, until just recently, with the amount of time I've spent online, I don't know if you have the file or whatever, but you probably do. I started to think about my addiction to chat, and I wasn't really sure if I needed to get some help. I thought, just in terms of what I knew about it, that maybe I'd be able to break away. But it's just an addiction like any other addiction. You try not to do it, and then you just get bored and you do it.
And so how many people do you have on your chat friend list?
At the moment, I believe it's 7.
7? And are they male or female?
They're all female.
They're all female. And so do you have your computer in your car, or is your computer still at home?
The computer is in the car now.
The computer's in the car now? And would you mind if we looked at the computer to see what was on it?
Sure. I mean, I don't mind. So
You
could
don't
do
mind?
It. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, and so when we look at it, I mean, at this point, and especially since you've already told us that you want to get help,
yes.
It's going to be absolutely in your best interest to tell us the truth. What are we going to find on that computer?
You'll find lots of pictures of my travels. I used to travel a lot, which is why I said sort of. I'm from New Hampshire, because the last 3 years I was either living on cruise ships or in a tour bus. So yeah, lots of pictures.
Are any of those pictures going to be pictures of girls that are underage? Or?
No, this character, this person, Annie, was the first person I had long conversations with. There were other ones that I saw online that I would just be like, "You're too young. You should go away." For some reason, this conversation just seemed to continue.
What made you want to talk to her, even though she was 14, and you knew that was too young? What kept you wanting to talk to her that got you to actually drive from Orlando to her house tonight?
It was never an intention. I didn't look at her and go, "Yeah, I'd want to do this." Conversation for me, and as it's on the transcript, will show that I tried to be nice, and it just kind of continued to be nice, but you know.
Actually, the transcript, the intention is to come here and have sex.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
Well,
candy
yeah,
code
because
it.
it is in black and white. So to try to say that wasn't the intention.
Well, from the get-go, I mean, you know, in the back of my mind, as a guy, you kind of look at any person and size them up and think, am I attracted enough or am I not?
And when you said that this is the first long relationship you've had on the computer with a young girl, but you've had other short ones?
Other ones were like maybe 3 minutes high. You know, one particular one recently, I remember she said she went to Japan, so I studied Japanese for a little while, so I asked her what she knew in Japanese. That was the longest thing, but none of it was ever like that.
So did you find yourself having desires for young girls and just kind of testing the waters, and then this time you finally got your courage up?
I never even thought about it until this happened. So it wasn't like I was like testing the waters. It just, this happened and it all just snowballed.
Right. But you started out talking to young girls and then getting more and more sexual until you started talking to Annie, and then it was...
No, it was all just within that Japanese conversation I talked about was probably within the same week I met Annie.
So how many different girls that are around the age of 14 have you talked to? You may have asked this when I was reading.
Just at all, like hello, go to bed, something like that. Just stupid comments, probably
Yes.
3.
Okay. And how long ago was the first one that you talked to?
All within the first time that I met Annie. So probably within this month.
Well, you met Annie in November, so...
Well, we just started this month. I meant within the last 30 days.
Within the last 30 days. Did you have any type of sexual
relationship.
Chat online with these
Any
girls?
others?
Or did you send any of the other girls the
No.
pictures of your genitals? No. What made you think to send these pictures?
It wasn't like all of a sudden I'm going to do it. We were talking about sexual content in the conversation, and it got to that point.
How did you do the pictures? How did you take them?
It was with a webcam. It wasn't. There weren't stills. It was a video.
Okay.
And so, what did you bring in your vehicle besides the computer?
Change of clothes.
So you were staying over?
I was going to leave early in the morning to get back to work, which I'm screwed up now, but I brought a blanket, a towel, I brought condoms, I brought
You know, the condoms are in your car now?
they were in the backpack.
Okay.
Massage oil.
Did you bring Viagra?
No.
Do you have a prescription for Viagra?
No. So the computer's in the backpack too. Books, That was all just, it was my work backpack.
And what kind of books?
It's the actual curriculum the class that I do the labs for.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
you teach at a junior college or something to
It's
that?
it's at a college, regular college, accredited college.
I'm sure they brought your vehicle here. If it's not here yet, it's going to be in the process of being here. Is there anything in the vehicle, because they've got an inventory for the vehicle, is there going to be anything like marijuana, alcohol? Because they're going to inventory it, so if it's there.
There is a toolbox of sorts. I call it my gig box or whatever. Inside there's soldering iron, screwdrivers, needles, pliers. I make cables.
Okay, but there's nothing like marijuana,
No, nothing.
alcohol,
Nothing.
any type of.
There's Listerine.
Well, but not like any type of
No,
liquor or
no.
anything like that, or any type of medication.
No, there's like 2 fish oil pills in my backpack that
Okay.
I'm just trying to lose weight.
Okay, and is the vehicle yours?
Yeah, I mean, I'm paying for it. You know.
What year vehicle is it?
It's a 2003. Chevy, yeah.
Did you get it in 2003?
No, I bought it when I moved down here in July. I just bought it.
And you still have a loan on it?
Yes.
Who's the loan through?
Chase.
Through Chase, okay.
And you moved here from New Hampshire in July?
Yeah.
And what did you do in New Hampshire?
I didn't. I was working on cruise ships prior to. So I've been in Alaska, Hawaii.
What were you doing on cruise ships? I mean, what was your job title?
I was an entertainment technician.
Oh, okay. You were doing the same.
Yeah, I've been
wiring
doing
and
the same
sound,
thing
all that stuff.
forever.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Well, we talked about my car, and I just, for some reason, had this question come up through my head. Am I losing the car?
It's a possibility. What will be done is there'll be an evaluation made on the value of the car compared to what's owed on the car, and then a decision will be made on whether or not a forfeiture is going to be requested against the car based on the fact that it was used in the commission of a felony.
Okay.
Okay, so, but we'll be notifying you of that. If that doesn't happen, then there will be an impound administration fee.
Okay. What about the other property? Well, right now, all things that are valuable in the car, my computer.
Well, most of your property is going to be locked in your vehicle or kept in your vehicle until that's returned to you. With your permission, we're going to look at your computer, and if it's not evidence of a crime, are these pictures on your computer?
There are maybe a couple pictures that I have another person that I talked to. She's actually in Serbia. She sent me pictures that were similar in nature. I've sent her pictures. I put them in a folder that you'll find on the desktop.
How old is she?
She is 24.
And what's the name of the folder?
Milika.
Milika?
Yeah. It's the only proper name that's on the folders. Well, actually, there's a folder for Alan, too. I'm sorry. You'll see it, Milika.
And so there's an air card on your computer? Is that how you access the internet from your laptop?
Is that the only computer you use, or do you have another computer at home?
It's the only computer I have at home. There's computers at work that I'll use on occasion.
And so when we look in the log of the websites that you've been to, are there going to be any websites that are going to be pornographic in nature? Okay. Any websites that are going to be pornographic with children being depicted?
No, teenagers, and usually they all say, all models are 18 or older. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure.
But the website's titled Teens Having Fun or Teens
Something
something
like
like
that.
that. Usually teen is in the title.
Yeah, what I usually do is I go through it through a web portal. I guess it's called onlymovies.com. So I don't know how it archives, but you'll see they're on there, I'm sure, in the history of it.
Well, David, I don't have any more questions for you. Do
I
you?
just need to let him know what his charges are.
Okay, and I'll know like how long, I guess you'll explain everything.
She's fixing to explain all of
Yeah.
that to you right now.
Right
Okay.
now, you have 5 charges. Now, I don't know what they have found in the vehicle. You say there's nothing there. If there's nothing there and you have a valid driver's license, then you're not going to have
Okay.
any. You shouldn't have any other charges or any warrants or anything like that. But right now, the list of your charges are attempted lewd or lascivious conduct, lewd or lascivious exhibition, computer pornography, transmission of harmful material to a minor, and attempted contributing to the delinquency of a child. All of these, you're going to go to the Flagler County Inmate Facility, and they're all going under no bond.
Okay.
Now, once you meet with the judge, which should be at first appearance within the next 24 hours, then the judge can set you a bond.
Okay.
But until you meet with the judge, then there's no bond.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way I can have my watch taken off because it's affecting the?
Let me check. Your watch is like rubbing against here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, see, part of the problem is because your hands are twisted. If you keep your hands just like this,
Like that.
it's going to
That
be a
does
lot
feel better.
Okay, instead of trying to turn one way and one the other way, which
Uh-huh.
is going to put too much tension against them. Is that better?
Yeah, it's just harder to sit now, but okay.
Right, yeah, you kind of have
Yeah,
to
I'm not-
sit towards the edge of the chair. Okay, and you said you've never been married, and your family all lives in New Hampshire, or do you have family here?
No, my family all lives in New Hampshire.
Okay. Okay, well then what we're going to do is we're going to step right out here to the hallway and let you have a seat there for a little while. If you would just be patient, don't make any sudden moves
Yeah.
or anything like that. If you need to get up, stretch, just let one of the officers know, and we'll probably be able to accommodate that. Just don't do it on your own accord, okay?
Okay. Who? Here's one more question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who from anybody I'm related to, or at my roommate, my work, who's informed of what is happening to me? Is it something that?
We won't be making any phone calls to like your family or anything. We ask those questions to make sure that there's not any young children in your home or anything like that. Now, if somebody calls out to the jail to ask about your status, they may end up finding out what the charges are, but we won't be making any phone calls to your
Okay.
family or anything like
But
that.
how about my employer?
We won't be calling your employer either.
Okay.
Actually, we might be calling your employer. I mean, just because are there students there who are in a pre-college entry program? I know that some high schools will allow you to go to a trade school while you're in your junior and senior year. Well, we need to determine if you have access to any teenage girls. So if we can determine that you don't, through your school, through your being a teacher there, then we have no reason to call. But if we find out that they do accept a pre-entry program, then we have to. We have an
Okay.
obligation to
Yeah,
do that.
I
You
understand.
understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So that just kind of depends on what we find out
Okay.
about what their acceptance is
Yeah.
for their students.
Mhm.
Okay? All right, we're going to just step right over here. Hang tight for 1 sec.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to just have just kind of swivel
Slide
around.
to the side there. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
How's that? Yeah,
That's
okay.
perfect. We're going to step right out in this hallway and just have a seat at the edge of your chair
Okay.
instead of all the way back, and that's going to be a lot more comfortable.